Let's go.
Hey, you're getting out.
Don't do that.
Tony, please.
Battered and bruised after a brawl with bar security. Now a San Antonio man is sounding alarm bells. Security at bars and nightclubs are hired to keep customers safe, but there are limits to actions they can take.
And to that end, customers' conduct can play a role in how a simple encounter with security can take a bad turn. In a story you'll see only on Fox San Antonio, Darian Trotter investigates what may have caused both sides to clash inside the club.
Give me my phone.
Bro, you'll get your phone in a second. You're done. Chill out.
Yo, give me my phone.
Traumatizing.
Time out.
Let's go.
Hey, you're getting out.
Disturbing.
Get on my neck.
You're screaming. You're breathing.
Offensive.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
It was the end of the night.
Chris Willis says he was only out for a good time with friends at Bonham Exchange, but after an encounter with club security, he left battered and bruised.
Violated, embarrassed.
He says his night at the dance club went south at closing when security asked him to finish his drink or get rid of it. He says he went to the bathroom to finish it.
He's already asked you to leave.
On his way out, Chris says he was greeted by security, demanding he leave.
It's time to go.
The exchange caught on cell phone video.
Yeah, he's already asked you to leave.
At this point, I was just curious as to why you would ask me to leave and not, any of the other 300 people that were there.
We have 300 patrons.
Chris is seen in video he recorded pointing out others drinking and dancing,
Why are you not paying attention to her?
seemingly in no hurry to finish their drinks.
This person has a beer in their hand.
I was just looking for a bit of an explanation.
Brian Guillen sees things differently.
He wanted to stand around, he wanted to argue with the staff, with the managers.
Brian employs about 40 security guards in San Antonio, including the team at Bonham Exchange. He says his team helps the club follow state liquor laws that prohibit consumption of alcohol shortly after 2 a.m.
To basically get every bit of alcohol off the floor and out of people's hands.
This person has a beer in their hand.
It's clear from the video Chris had already finished his drink,
Come on, Richard.
but for whatever reason, management and security wanted him out.
Don't do that.
Why not just leave?
I will leave, but I would like to have a reason as to why you're telling me to leave.
That's where civil rights attorney Tim Maloney says Chris went wrong.
Last time right now.
Customers can be asked to leave private property at any time for any reason. We showed him video from the night in question.
Four of y'all. Yo.
He was provoking him.
Bonham Exchange gave us a copy of security camera footage, and Statewide Protective Services gave us copies of their body cam video.
They tried to verbally tell him, he refused to comply, so then they went to the soft touch, which was, all right, guy, we gotta go. Which is a soft hand touch to the back or even grabbing the arm, we need to go.
Video shows security leading Chris toward the back of the building. Chris is seen recording with one hand while holding the other up, the universal sign of surrender. Within seconds, a dramatic scuffle.
Once they shoved me out of the door and slammed my head into the door, I was a bit disoriented.
Hello? Bro, I can't breathe.
Well, then maybe
Get off of my neck.
They clearly used excessive force in this situation.
A dude died from this. This is wild.
Maloney says even though Chris may have provoked security, it does not justify the level of force captured on body camera video to get him out. Maloney's been taking on club security cases for years.
What happens is that the officers get irritated, they get upset, and they say, look, you provoked us to the point to we are going to take a physical action against you. We're going to whoop you up.
As I'm here at the door, I'm still recording.
Chris agreed to meet us outside the club for the first time since his run-in with security.
What is it like for you after such a traumatic experience? What's it like to be back here again?
I don't like it. It brings back bad memories.
Chris happens to be a military veteran with no criminal record.
Cuff him. Cuff him.
He says he's gone his whole life without being handcuffed.
God, leave. Get up. You're not gonna like it, Bubba.
Only to have that record tarnished at Bonham Exchange.
Any person being put in handcuffs, they don't like it.
After watching the video, you believe your officers did the right thing?
Absolutely. There was no excessive force that was used.
Where did things go wrong here?
Where did things go wrong? The mistaken belief that the security guards were police officers.
Once the cuffs are on, we can't take them off.
And they had the right to handcuff, they had the right to detain.
Explain to me what happened, and I try to help you out here, but calm down.
Maloney says, in his opinion, security guards at Bonham did everything right, to a point. He says they used the appropriate tone of voice, they were being respectful, and they repeatedly explained why the management team wanted Chris to leave. However, Maloney believes security stepped out of line with the level of force used to get him out of the club, and once he was out, he says their role should have ended.
There was no reason after they got him outside of the bar to do anything.
What should have happened?
What should have happened? Good night, have a good day, sir. We're going back into the establishment. If you try to re-enter at that point in time, we'll seek out SAPD.
Bonham says its mission is to provide a safe space for all guests. In a statement, management explained after being asked to leave repeatedly without compliance, security was forced to call SAPD and have him removed.
Management called security. They asked this individual to leave.
But as the video shows, police arrived after Chris was already forced out.
Why were the handcuffs necessary in this case?
His physical aggression. His not only his verbal aggression, but his physical aggression.
At any point were you aggressive?
No.
You are a private citizen who has then determined that this person is, quote, under arrest. Well, I'm sorry, you don't have the authority to arrest someone because you didn't like how they acted in your bar. And that's exactly what these guys did.
Chill out.
Yo, give me my phone!
Once he was outside the door, he decided again to, physically get involved with the officers, so the officers detained him for their safety.
They ain't supposed to handcuff him. They're not supposed to throw him on the ground. They're not supposed to whoop him pretty good to teach him a lesson.
Get on my neck!
And that's clearly what was going on.
San Antonio police were called, but apparently found no reason to make an arrest. When we asked why security officers did not go hands-off once they got Chris Willis outside, we were told, quote, because he kept trying to open the back door. But that's a claim we did not see in any angle of the video, and a claim Willis denies. He's now in the process of pursuing legal action.